Hey guys, I'm Liam and this is David Gable, and David has a really cool Jeep that I'm very excited to show to you guys. David, what are we going to look at?
This is a 1990 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Okay, I've owned this Jeep for about 6 years now. It was purchased in Huntertown, Indiana. It was basically completely stock. The body was cleaner than it is now, but had some rust issues. And so those have kind of progressed living in Indiana. I've driven it a few winters and stored it a few winters. I've tried to keep it going. I'd like to get the body redone, so I'm kind of trying to limp the body along while I've been getting the mechanicals done. I didn't want to have engine work done with fresh paint, so that's kind of the order we went in. So a lot of the stuff we've done to it has been the motor and kind of the mechanicals of it. It's an AMC 360. I've put a 4-barrel carb and 4-barrel intake on it. Recently, in the last 2 years, have done pretty much everything on the top. It still has, this summer has been, it's given me fits all summer. And I tell people, it either runs excellent or it does not run. There's no in between. So we tried to track down a million different things, and it came down to the copper pickups in the distributor had just a little bit of crud on them. We sanded them off, sanded the pickups off, put it back off, immediately started. So finally, after a summer of a lot of chasing stuff down, got it. The brake system was redone with all new master cylinder, brake booster, rotors, calipers, drums in the back. So just get it like really road safe, because it's a heavy truck. It's like 7,000 pounds. So it's a real, so you want to have good brakes on it for sure. My wife, she redid these center caps on the and they've chipped off. On the 90s, they came with just silver and black, but I kind of like that red, white, and blue logo. So she kind of redid those custom. Otherwise, I've just done some kind of pretty shady body work, I call it, because there was kind of some rust area here that I've sort of poorly bondoed and painted just so it kind of doesn't stand out as rusty. I switched out the steering wheel to a smaller diameter wood wheel because I'm 6'7", and the seat only goes back so far, and it's given me a little more leg room. My wife's grandfather's file handle is a gear shift knob, which is pretty cool. As far as the headliner, we redid that with some plywood in the front because of the sunroof. There's not a good spot to put the cloth up there. We couldn't figure it out, and I had hauled some paneling for a friend of mine in it, and I just thought, I think that'll fit up there, and it was like a perfect fit. And then my wife redid the back with the plaid up there, and then we don't have any kids, and we have 2 big dogs, and so we took the rear seat out and just put a big piece of carpet down. It's better for the dogs, they love it. I gave the seat to Wagon Master down in Cary, Texas, I think they're in, and I gave it to them because I couldn't get anybody to use it, and I knew they could probably use it, and so I wanted it to go in a Jeep. I just didn't want to set it on the curb, and so they paid to get it shipped down there, and I think it's gone in somebody's Jeeps. What about this Jeep makes it mine? I think the headliner, my wife and I worked on this together, and like we'll always remember it because it was literally like the morning of Jeep Fest 2 years ago. We were just finishing it up because we kind of started too late. So like we always talk about that. Like this year, she was like, well, at least we don't have to put a new headliner in it this year. So that's kind of always the joke. So yeah, I think that's it.
All right, this has been David, and his is 90 Grand Wagoneer, right? Yes. With the panel siding. Beautiful Jeep here at the Toledo Jeep Fest. Thank you so much for showing me this Jeep and telling me a little bit of how it's yours, right? How you made it yours and just the fun times you had with it. All right, guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and there's gonna be a lot more like this.